Hi everyone, in this video I am going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 3 core in a session May-June 2024 Paper 3-1. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1 part A, the cost of a cinema ticket is $6.30. This is the cost of the cinema ticket. Number 1, work out the total cost of 4 tickets. Okay, so the cost of one ticket is this much, then the cost of 4 tickets would be 4 times of 6.30. This is the total cost. All right. 4 times 6.30. Sorry. 4 times 6.30. $25.2. Right. Now for the second part, the cinema sells 10 tickets for the price of 9 tickets. Okay, a group of 10 people go to the cinema, work out how much each person must pay. Okay, the cinema sells 10 tickets for the price of 9 tickets. So first we have to find the price of 9 tickets. Price of 9 tickets. This is 9 times 6.30. All right. This would be 9 times 6.30. The price is $56.7. This is the price of 9 tickets and 10 people, a group of 10 people go to the cinema. We have to find how much each person must pay. So how much each person must pay, this would be 56.7 divided by the total number of people who visit the cinema, which is 10. So this is $5.67 because it is dividing by 10, so move the decimal point 1 unit to the left. Now for part B, the cinema has 650 seats. Part A, there are 26 seats in each row. Work out the number of rows. Okay, so there are 650 seats and each row, one row of seats contain 26 seats. How many rows? So we have to find the number of rows. The total number of seats are 650 divided by the seats in one row is 26. You will get this number of rows, 650 over 26, 25 rows in total. All right, the next is second part. 84% of the seats are occupied. Work out how many seats are not occupied. Okay, so first we have to find how many seats are occupied. We know that 84% of the seats are 650, they are occupied. Right, so let's see what is 84% of 650. 546 seats are occupied. Okay, now we have to find how many seats are not occupied. The seats are not occupied. From the total seats we have to subtract the occupied seats, which are 546. 650 subtract answer. 104 seats are not occupied. Part C. Suki buys a bag of popcorn and a bottle of water. A bag of popcorn costs twice as much as the bottle of water. Okay, so let's say the cost of the bottle of water is X, then the cost of bag of popcorns is 2 times of X because it is twice. She receives $3.55 change from $10. Work out the cost of bag of popcorns and the cost of bottle of water. Okay, so what is the total cost? Total cost is the sum of the bag of popcorn and the bottle of water, which is 3 times some X, right? Okay, so from $10 subtract 3.55 because she received this much change out of by giving 10. So how much is the cost? 10 minus 3.55, 6.45. So the cost of the bottle of water and the bag of popcorn is $6.45. All right, now we have to check what is the cost of bottle water and the bag of popcorn, right? So let me divide this by 3. Divided by 3. So this is the cost. So we can say cost of water bottle is 2.15 and the cost of popcorns is 2 times of this price, which is 4.3. And when we add them up, the answer should be equals to 2.15. This answer is equals to 6.45. So the popcorn is twice of this price and the bottle is 2.15. Part D, number 1, a film lasts for 155 minutes. Write 155 minutes in hours and minutes. Okay, 155 minutes. Okay, 0 hour and 155 minutes. 2 hours and 35 minutes. This is 2 hours and 35 minutes. Just use the time, the minutes and the second button on the calculator. Second part, another film starts at 14:45 and lasts for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Work out the time that this film finishes. Okay, so in 14:45 at 2 hours and 20 minutes. 17:05. At 17:05, the film finishes. Now for part E, the table shows the hours that Trevor works in a cinema each week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right. Okay, Trevor is paid 11.50 per hour for the time he works before 18. He is paid 30% more for the time he works after 18. Work out how much Trevor is paid each week. So before 18, 1 hour salary is $11.50. And after 18, 30% more it is paid. So what is 30% of 11.50, and this add into 11.50? 30% is more. 30% of 11.50 add into 11.50. This is $14.95 he will paid when he works after 18, right? Okay, Monday, no hour, right? So 0. No hours in Tuesday. Now Wednesday is 18 till 22. Okay, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So he works 4 hours on Wednesday, right? And the 18 till 22 is after 18. So this would be the salary of each hour. So we can say 4 times 14.95. This would be the salary for Wednesday. Now for Thursday, 18 till 22, again 4 hours and they are after. So we have 4 times of 14.95. 12 to 11, 30, 17, 30, 12, and then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 5 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, and this time is before. All right, 12, this is again 5 hours and 30 minutes. And this time is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is just 5 hours. Okay, so 5 hours, this is before of 18. So this is 5 times 11.50. Okay, this is again 5 times 11.50. 5 times 11.50 plus the for 30 minutes as well. So 1 hour salary is this. 30 minutes is basically half hour. So we can say 11.50 divided by 2, 5.75. This is a salary for 30 minutes. Because 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. 60 minutes salary is this. So what is the salary for 20? You can say 60 minutes. This salary is 11.50 and 60 divided by 2. So 30 minutes salary is $5.75. So for 30 minutes, I just add this up, right? Now let's work it out. So Monday, no 0 because no RC work. Tuesday, 0, no RC work. Now for Wednesday, we can say 4 times 14.95. This is 59.8. 59.8. Okay. 5 times 11.50. This is 57.5. Okay. And add up with 5.75. This salary, these two salaries I'm working on, 63.25. Both are 63.25, right? So now for 1 week, Monday is 0, Tuesday is 0, Wednesday is 59.8, Thursday is 59.8, Friday and Saturday is 63.25, Saturday is also 63.25, and Sunday is 57.5. Okay, so 9.8 plus 59.8 plus 63.25 plus 3.25 plus 57.5, $303.6 he will get each week. Question number 2, part A. Chen asked some people if they prefer a beach, cruise, lake, or mountain holiday. The pie chart shows the results: the mountain, beach, lake, and cruise. Number 1, find the fraction of the people who prefer a mountain holiday. Give your answer in its simplest form. The mountain holiday, 120 degree. Mountain holiday is 120 degree out of the total 360 degree. In its simplest form, 120 over 360, this would be 1 by 3 as a fraction. All right. Second part, find the percentage of the people who prefer a beach holiday. So beach holiday is 135 prefer beach holiday out of 360, the whole pie chart, multiply by 100 because they're asking for the percentage. 135 divided by 360 times by 100. 37.5% of the people. All right. Now for the third part, find the ratio of the people who prefer each type of holiday in the form beach, cruise, lake, mountain. Give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, so for the beach is 135, you can see 135 is the beach ratio, the cruise is 30. Okay, and the next ratio is the lake is 75. The last one is a mountain, which is 120. Now let me convert the whole ratios into simplest form. Okay, 5, 0, 5, 0. All numbers are divisible by 5. So let me dividing by 5. Okay, 135 by 5 would be 27. 30 divided by 5 is 6. 75 divided by 5 is 15. And 120 divided by 5 is 24. And you can see all these numbers are the multiples of 3. So you can also divide by 3. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 8 is 24. So 9, 2, 5, 8, these are in the simplest form. Number 4, one person is chosen at random, only one person. Find the probability that this person prefer a cruise or a lake holiday. So cruise and the lake. So cruise is 30, the lake is 75. Okay, so the cruise holiday is 30 out of 360, or means add the lake holiday is 75 out of 360. Okay, so what is 30 plus 75? This is 105 out of 360. 105 over 360. We are not converted it into simplest form because they are not asking it. Now for the part 5, 675 people prefer a beach holiday. Show the total number of people Chin asked is 1800. Okay, 675 people prefer beach holiday. So 675 prefer beach holiday. Out of the beach is 135 degrees. Out of 135 degrees and multiply by the whole pie chart, which is 360 degree. Simplify 675 divided by 135 and times it by 360. 1800. So this is proved 1800. So the total number of people Chen asked is 1800. Now for part 4, number A, complete the table. Type of holidays, pie chart, sector angle, and the frequency. For beach, cruise, lake, and mountain, we have the pie chart, sector angles. Okay, for beach, we have given in part 5 that 675 people prefer the beach holiday. So this is done. The cruise is 150. What about the lake and the mountain? Okay. All right, for the lake, it is 75 degree out of 360 degree. Okay. So 75 out of 360 is 5 over 24. Multiply by the total. Total number of people he asked is 1800. Of 1800, 375 are prefer the lake. Okay, the mountain is 120 out of 360, which is 120 over 360 is 1/3. So 1/3 of the total 1800, which is 600. All right. Now for part B, complete the bar chart, include the scale on the frequency axis. The frequency, okay. Okay, if I can fix this scale as 100, 200, because as you can see the maximum frequency is 675. This is 300, this is 400, 500, 600, and 700. The first one is for the beach. This is 675. So this is 600. Where is 675 lies? Between 600 and 700. This is 650 in the middle, right? Okay. So we can say this is over here, 675 for the beach. All right, the next is the cruise. The cruise is 150. So the cruise, this is 100 and 150 in the middle. Okay, lake is 375. This is 300, this is 350, this is 375. Okay, the last is mountain, which is 600. Here is 600. Okay, the bar chart is completed. Now for part B, Mr. Gibb pays $2,208 for the holidays, and Mr. Shah pays $2,050 euros for the same holiday. The exchange rate is €1 equals to $1.15. Work out how much more Mr. Shah pays for the holiday than Mr. Gibb. All right. So convert the answer in euros. How much more in euros, right? So this much euro, let me convert the dollars into euros. What about $1? According to the exchange rate, it is 1 over 1.15 euro. And what about this much dollars? $2,208 is 2,208 over 1.15 euros. Okay, let me convert it. 2208 divide 1.15, 1920, 1920 euros. All right, so this is the euros. Mr. Gepes. All right, and the euros of Mr. Shah is 2050. So how much more? Okay, for the more we can find 2050 subtract 1920. 2050 subtract answer 130 euros. He pays 130 euros more. Question number 3, part A. Here is the part of the timetable for trains from Hinton to Jermouth. All trains take the same time to travel from Hinton to Jermouth. Okay, all train takes the same time. This is the important statement. Part 1, complete the table. So if this train takes this time, so this train also takes the same time. Okay, let's see. 12:35 subtract 11:15. 1 hour and 20 minutes. So this will take 1 hour and 20 minutes. This will also take 1 hour and 20 minutes. In 10:47 add 1 and 20. 12:07. All right. Second part. Margie arrives at Hinton Station exactly 20 minutes before 10:47 train leaves. Okay, complete the clock diagram to shows the time she arrives at Hinton Station. 20 minutes before. So in 10:47 you have to subtract 20 minutes. 10:47 subtract 0 hours and 20 minutes. This is 10:27. She arrives at 10:27. All right, so the hour clock needle is at 10, the shorter needle, and 27. This is 20. Here we have 25 and 27, let's say, is over here. This is 10:27. Okay, part B. Each day a bus leaves Taxford to travel to Cranebrook every 45 minutes. The first bus leaves Taxford at 7:10. The last bus leaves Taxford at 22:10. Work out the number of buses that travels from Taxford to Cranebrook each day. All right, so the first train leaves Taxford at 7:10 and the last bus leaves Taxford at 22:10. Okay, so find out 22:10 subtract 7:10. How many hours the buses leaves Taxford to Cranebrook? 22:10 subtract 7:10. 15 hours. So from 24 hours in a day, 15 hours the buses leaves Taxford to Cranebrook, and every bus takes 45 minutes. So if the first bus leaves the Taxford is 7:10, and then after 45 minutes the next bus will leave Taxford, then 45 minutes. So you have to divide it by 45 minutes. Divide it by 0 hours and 45 minutes. This is 20. So we have 20 buses. The number of buses are 20. All right, now for part C, the cost of the bus passes increase every year. Bus passes, their cost, it increase each year. On 1st January 23, 22, 23, 24, a bus passes cost is $50. The cost of the bus pass increased by 10. The cost of the bus pass increased by 5%. Calculate the cost of the bus pass on 1st January 2024. Okay, so the cost bus pass in January 2022 is $50, and every year it is increased, right? Now on bus pass in 2023. The cost of the bus pass increased by 10%. So what is 10% of 50 and add it with 50? Okay, 10% of 50 add up with 50, $55 is the cost in 2023. Now the cost of the bus pass in 2024, okay, which is increase in 5%. So 5% of this price 55 add up with 55. Okay, 5% of 55 add up with 55. 57.75 is the cost. $57.75 is the cost of the bus pass on 1st January 2024. Part D. The Venn diagram shows information about the number of workers in a hotel who travel to work by bus and by train. The bus and the train. Number 1. Work out the number of workers in the hotel. The total number of workers in the hotel are 31 plus 9 plus 85 plus 107. Okay, 31 plus 9 plus 85 plus 107. 232 workers are total in a hotel. Right. Now for the second part, work out the number of workers in B union T. B and T, their union is 31, 9 and 85. 31, 9 and 85. Okay, 31 plus 9 plus 85, 125 are the number of peoples. Part 3. Explain in words what the number 85 in the Venn diagram represent. 85 is the number over here. The number of workers who travel to work by train but who do not travel on bus, because this is not in the intersection. So in words we can say the number of workers 85, the number 85 represent the number of workers who travel by train to work by train and not by bus. All right. Now for part 4, one of the worker is chosen at random. 1. Find the probability that this worker traveled to work by bus and train. So how many workers travel to bus and to train is the intersection. So 9 workers travel to bus and train out of 232 workers, the total. Now for part E, the hotel has single and double bedrooms and the ratio single double is 3:8. There are 75 more double rooms than the single rooms. Work out the number of single rooms. Alright, so let us suppose that the single bedrooms are X. So the double bedrooms are 75 plus X, because there are 75 more double bedrooms than single rooms. If single rooms are X, double rooms would be 75 add into the single rooms. And the hotel has a single and a double rooms. So the total rooms in the hotel are the single and the double. So this would be equals to 2x plus 75. Now we have to find the number of single rooms. What is the ratio for the single? The ratio for the single is 3. Single rooms are 3 out of the total is 3 plus 8. 3 and 8. 3 are single out of the total, which is 3 plus 8 multiplied by the total number of bedrooms in a hotel, right? And this single is also equals to x. Let me simplify this now. So x would be equals to 3 over 11 into 2x plus 75. Cross multiplied, 11x is equals to 3 times 2 is 6x. And what is 3 times 75? 225. Now 11x minus 6x equals to 225. Now 11 take away 6 is 5x. This is equals to 225. So solve for x, which is the number of single bedrooms. So x is equals to 225 out of 5 divided by 5. 45 are the single bedrooms in the hotel. And 75 plus 45, the double bedrooms are 120. Question number 4. The stamp and leave diagram shows the ages of the 16 workers in a shop on the 1st January 2022. The key 2 and 5 represents 25. Part A. Number 1, work out the range. Range is a difference between the higher value subtract the lower value. So the higher is 61 and the lower is 23. You will get the range. 61 take away 23. 38 is the range. Right. The next, second part, write down the mod. Mod is the most repeated frequency. Which one is the most repeated? 3, 5, 7, 4, 6, 6, 6, and 9, 1, 1, 7, 0, 7, 7, 8. Okay, so in 2 we don't have, but in 3 we have 36, 36, 36, 3 times, 41, 41, 2 times, 57, 57, 2 times. So the most repeated one is 36. Now for part 3, work out the median. Median is the middle value of the data since there are 16 workers. So we have to cancel 1, 1 each from the left and the right side. One number is cancelled out. So 39 and 41 is left. So average of 39 and 41 is the median. 39 plus 41 and divided by 2. 39 plus 41 divided by 2. 40 is the median. All right. Now for part 4, work out the average percentage of the workers that are older than 40 but younger than 60. Between 40 to 60. We have to find the number of workers. Okay, these are the ages. 20s, 30s, between 40 and 60. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 workers are older than 40 and younger than 60 out of 16 workers, and multiply by 100 for the percentage. 8 over 16 times by 100, 50%. Wait a minute, older than 40. So these are the workers which are older than 40. 41, 41, 47, 50, 57, 57, 58. But younger than 60. But this age is 61. This is older than 60. So younger than 60 are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7, not 8. I messed up. 7 are the workers whose age are between older than 40 and younger than 60. Out of the total workers are 16. Multiply by 100. 7 out of 16 multiply by 100. So 43.75%. All right. Now for part B. On 1st January 2023, the shop has the same 16 workers. Write down the range, the mod, the median on the 1st January 2023. So these are the ages of the worker on 1st January 22 and 1st January 23. The 1 year is, they increase the 1 year. So 23-year-old guy will be now 24. Then 25-year would be 26. So let me write down the whole data. Now the ages are 24, 26, 28, 35, 37, 37, 37, and 39 changes to 40. And then 42 changes to 42, 42. 47 becomes 48. 50 becomes 51. 57 becomes 58 and 58. And 58 becomes 59. And 61 becomes 62. Okay, now work out the range first. Range is the difference between the higher and the lower. So the higher is 62 and the lower is 24. 62 take away 24. 62 minus 24 is 38. the range is the same, 38. The next thing is the mod. Mod is the most repeated one. The most repeated one is 37, 37, 37. So the mod is 37. Okay. The last is the median. Median is the middle value of the data. So what we're gonna do, cancel one number on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. These are the two middle numbers are left, 40 and 42. Okay, so this is 40 plus 42 divided by 2. 40 plus 42 divided by 2, 41 is the median now after 1 year. Now for part C, on the 1st January 2024, the oldest worker leaves. Oldest worker. His replacement is a new worker born in 12th November 1970. There are no other changes to the workers. Complete the stamp and leave diagram for 1st January 2024. All right, so the main thing in this question is this, the new worker, the replacement of the new worker. Okay, so between 2024 and 1970, there are how many years? 2024 and 1970, there are 54 years. So the new worker born on 12th November 1970, right? So 12th November 1980, he will be 10 years. 12th November 1990, he will be 20 years old. 12th November 2000, then 2001, 2010, sorry, then 2020, and then 2024. Okay, 1970 to 1980, 10 years. 1980 to 1990, 20 years. 1990 to 2000, 30 years. 2000 to 2010, he will be 40 years. 2010 to 2020, 50 years. And to 50 years, he will be 50-year old on 12th November 2020. Okay, so 12th November 2020, he will be 50 years old. So 51 years old in 2021, 52 years old in 2022, 53 years. Okay, 51 years, 52 years, 53 years. This will be in 2021, 2022, and in 2023. And the date is the same, 12th November 2023. He will be 53 years old. And what is his age on 1st January 2024? So his age is 53 years on 12th November 2023. So on 1st January 24, his age stays the same, which is 53. This would be the new worker, right? Okay, now let's complete it. Now this is the ages. These are the ages for 22. These are the ages for 23. Now find out the ages for 24, right? One more year is add up, right? This would be 25, 27, and 29. 25, 27, and 29. This age becomes 35, becomes 36, 38, 38, 38. 36, 38, 38, 38. 40 changes to 41. 41, and 42, 42 changes to 43, 43. Okay, and then 48 changes to 49. 51 changes to 52, and a new worker is added, which is 53. Okay, 58 changes to 59, and 59 changes to 60, and 62 changes to 63, because no, this one leaves, the oldest one leaves, so we are not dealing with the oldest one. So this is a way to complete the stamp and leave diagram. I hope you can understand it now. Now moving to part D, the shop owner is X year old. X is a prime number. X plus 2 is a square number. X minus 2 is a multiple of 9. Find the value of X. So we have to use the same ages of the from the stamp and because the stamp and B diagram shows the edges of the 16 worker on a shop and the shop owner is X-year-old. So these are the ages which we're gonna use. It should be a prime number. So first we have to pick which number is prime. 23 is prime, 25 is not prime, 27 is not prime. So 23 is the prime number. From 2 we can pick. So when we add 2 in 23 plus 2, this would be 25, which is a square number. Yes, 5 squared is 25. And in 23, when we subtract 2, this is equals to 21, right? And is it divisible by 9? 21 is not divisible by 9, so this is wrong. The next prime number is 34, 36, 36, 36, 39. 41 is a prime number. Let's check on 41, right? So in 41, if I add 2, 42, 43, so it is 43. So this is not a square number, so it does not satisfy this condition. 41, 47 is another prime number. Let me check. 47 is a prime number. Okay, so in 47, if I add 2, 47, 48 and 49, 49 is a 7 square, so this is a square number. Right, and this is the first condition. It should be prime, it should be a square. And the third condition is in that x, when we subtract 2, 47 subtracted by 2 is 45. Is it divisible by 9? 9 times 5 is 45. Yes. So 47 is that age, the age which is given in the stamp and leaf diagram, because you can use these ages for doing part D. Is that prime number which satisfy all the three conditions. It must be a prime number. When you add 2, it must be a square number. When you subtract 2, it must be a multiple of 9. Okay, so that number is 47. So the age of the shop owner is 47 years old. Question number 5, part A. The diagram shows the triangle EFG, E, F and G, and a straight line H, F and I. HF and I is parallel to EG. This line and this line are parallel. All right. So these two lines are parallel. Okay, and they are joining with one line. So this angle and this angle are same. This is alternate angles. F and 52. These two angles are same because they are alternate angles. Alternate angles are equal. All right. Now for this is given part 1. Angle EFG is EF and G is 105. Write down the mathematical name of this type of angle. This angle is more than 90 degrees. So this is an obtuse angle. Right. Second part, work out the value of E. All right. Give a geometrical reason for your answer. So consider the triangle E, F and G. Sum of all angles of a triangle add up to 180. So E plus 105 plus 52, this add up to 180. You will solve for E. Okay, 180, take away 52, take away 105. This angle is 23. And the reason is because sum of all three angles in a triangle adds up to 180 degree. Now for part 3, find the value of F. Give a geometrical reason for your answer. The F is we have already done, which is 52. This because these are the alternate angles. This is 52 because F is alternate angles. Angle to 52 degree. Now for part B, calculate the interior angle of a regular polygon, regular 7-sided polygon. Give your answer correct to 2 decimal place. Okay, so use the formula. So measure of each interior angle of a polygon, of a regular polygon, is Number of sides minus 2 multiply by 180 divided by the number of sides. As we know that the number of sides are 7. 7 minus 2 times by 180 degree divided by 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 by 7 times it by 180 degree. This would be the interior angle. 5 out of 7 times by 180. 128 point up to 2 decimal place 57 degrees. Now for part C, the diagram shows a regular pentagon with sides 15 centimeter. Okay, it is a regular pentagon. Okay, it means all the sides are and the angles are equal. Okay, this is 15, 15, this is 15, this is 15, and this is also 15. Work out the values of w, x, and y. 15, 15, this is 15. So 2w is equals to 15. What is w equals to? 15 out of 2. 15 by 2 is 7.5. W is 7.5. Okay. Next is this 5 into x plus 7. This length is also 15. 5 into x plus 7. This is equals to 15. So x plus 7 is equals to 15 over 5. 5 times 3 is 15. X would be equals to 3 minus 7. So x would be equals to negative of 4. Okay, the sum of x, y, and w is equals to also 15. We can say w plus x plus y, this sum is 15. W value we have done with 7.5, sorry. X value is negative 4. We don't know the y equals to 15. So what y equals to 15? And this is 7.5 minus 4. This is 3.5 plus 3.5. So y would be equals to 15. Take away 3.5. 11.5 is the y value. Question number 6. The diagram shows a point P. Okay, here is a point P. 3 triangles A, B, and C. So A, B, and C are the 3 triangles, and a part of the rectangle D on a 1 centimeter square. This is a part of the rectangle D. Now for part A, on a grid, mark the image of point P of the reflection in a line y equals to 0. Okay, this is the point P. So when we reflect, this is a line y equals to 0. So this line is y equals to 0 reflected 1, 2, 3, and 4 units. So this distance is also 1, 2, 3, and 4 unit. This will be P. 13 and 4. The points are 13 and 4 are the coordinates. Now for part B, use trigonometry to solve angle A. You have to use a trigonometry to solve that angle A. Okay. Where is angle A? This is angle A. Alright. So this length is 1, 2, 3, and 4 units. This length is 1, 2, and 3 units. Okay. So this is the angle opposite and the adjacent. Tangent ratio we have to use. We can say tangent of angle A is opposite. Opposite is 3 and the adjacent is 4. 3 by 4. So what is A? Tangent inverse of 3 by 4. Let me simplify. Tangent inverse 3 by 4. 36.86 or 36.9 degrees. Part C, describe fully the single transformation that maps number 1 triangle A onto triangle B. A onto B, A to B. This is a reflection. No, it's not a reflection. It's not exactly the same. Yes, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this side is now 4 and this side is now 3. Okay. So what is that? This is the hypotenuse. So when we rotate this shape, yeah, it is a rotation 90 degree and clockwise. Okay, find out the center of rotation. Let me write this down. This is a rotation. And it is 90 degree and it is clockwise. Okay, let's find the center of rotation. So the center of rotation, let's say this point is 1 1, this is 5 1, this coordinate is 1 4. How there changes to 4 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 5. Okay, so if we look at this 5 1, this coordinate changes to 1 and minus 5. So this is x and this is y. This changes to y and negative x. So when we have a rotation 90 degree clockwise about origin, then xy changes to y minus x. So this is about origin because xy changes to y and negative x. Keep this in mind. Whenever xy coordinate changes to y minus x, it is a rotation 90 degree clockwise. Or if you do not remember this the coordinate things, because there for the origin, when the rotation is about origin, 90 degree clockwise, anti-clockwise, 180 degree, 270 degree, there are some specific formulas for the coordinates. You must have to remember this. If you do not know at the time of exam, then you can also use a tracing paper to find the center of rotation that we have I already showed you in many of my previous videos. Okay, now for the second part, triangle A onto triangle C. A onto C. This is A and this is C. It's just a translation. This is also 3 units, this is 4 units, right? So pick this point and find out the translation. So we are moving 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit, 5 unit and 6 unit. 6 units to the right and 1 2 3 4 and 5 units down. 6 right and 5 down. So it is a translation. 6 units right, 5 down. How can we write this down in terms of vectors? 6 is the right and 5 is down, so it is negative 5. Now for part D, triangle A has been enlarged, okay, with the center 1 0 to give triangle D. Okay, so triangle A is enlarged with the center 1 0. X is 1 and the y is 0. This is the center of enlargement. To give a triangle D, it will give you the triangle D. Okay, the grid is only large enough to show one vertex and the part of 2 of the sides of triangle D. As we know, in the start of the question, the diagram shows a point P, 3 triangles A, B, C and a part of the triangle D. So this D is just the part of the triangle. You can see the one vertex and the rest of the 2 vertex can be somewhere else outside of the grid, right? So you have the one vertex of this triangle. So triangle A is enlarged with the center 1 0 and you will get a triangle D, right? And you can easily see the one vertex of the triangle D and the rest of the 2 vertex are outside of this grid. So we the question for part 1 is write down the scale factor of the enlargement. So how much is the scale factor for the enlargement? So from the center to this coordinate, you have to find out the distance. That would be the scale factor of the enlargement. This distance is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 units. So the scale factor is 7. 7 is the scale factor. How I get this scale factor? Distance between center of enlargement and one vertex of triangle, right? Now for the second part, find the coordinates of the other 2 vertices of triangle D. So here what we're gonna do, we have to use the formula for the scale factor. So the scale factor has a formula that the new shape over the original shape. The scale factor we got is 7. The new we don't know. and the original is 1, 2, and 3 units. This vertex we are considering, this vertex and this vertex is same. So how we get the scale factor? From the center of enlargement to this vertex we find out the distance. That is the scale factor. And in actual, the scale factor has a formula. The new shape you have to find out, just take one side of the new divided by the original, one side of the original. So one side of the original is 3 if we fix this vertex. So this side is 3. Okay, so 7 times 3, this would be the new. 7 times 3 is 21. This would be the new. So which side of the new? Means this side is 3, so this side is also, this side length is 21. So in 7, what we add to get 21? The y coordinates. Okay, 7 plus 21, this would be equals to 28. Okay, now you can see the x coordinate is 1 and the y coordinate is 7. The new x coordinate is 1 and the y coordinate somewhere over here is 7. 28, 1 and 28. I hope you understand it now. This x coordinate is 1 and the y is 7. Now the new x coordinate is 1 and we have somewhere over here which is 28. Okay, again using the information of the scale factor, we can say scale factor is also new over the original. The other side we are taking now. Scale factor is 7. We don't know about the new, and the original from here is 1, 2, 3, and 4 units, right? This is 4 units. So 7 times 4 is 28, which is the new. Okay, so it's 28. So from this add the 28. So here the x coordinate is 1. So in 1 we have to move till 28. 1 plus 28 makes 29. 1 plus 28, this is 29. Means the x coordinate is over here, which is 29, and the y is 7. 29 and 7. I hope this makes sense now. So these are the two other coordinates for the triangle D. Question number 7, part A. The scale drawing shows the position of a castle C. Alright. The scale is 1 centimeter, represent 2 kilometers. Okay, that is the scale we have given. Mika walks at 4.8 kilometer per hour. That is the speed. For 3 hours, this is a time. On a bearing of 236 from C to his house H. Mark the position of H on the scale drawing. Okay, from C to H. Okay, first thing first, let me find out the distance because we have given the speed and the time. So the formula of speed equals to distance over time. So from here we can find out the distance. Distance would be equals to speed into time. So the speed we have is 4.8 kilometer per hour. Multiply, the time is 3 hours. So R is cancelled with R. So 4.8 times by 3. This is in kilometer. Alright. Let me show you the working. Right. So what is 4.8 times by 3? This is 14.4. So the distance is equals to 14.4 kilometer. We have to convert the kilometer into centimeters. So 1 centimeter equals to 2 kilometer. What is 1 kilometer represent according to the scale drawing, which is 1 by 2 centimeter, and what is 14.4 kilometer represent, which is 14.4 divided by 2 centimeter. All right, so we can do 14.4 divided by 2, which is 7.2 centimeter is 14.4 kilometer. Okay, so the distance from C to his house H is somewhere over here or over here. This distance is 7.2. All right, now the bearing we have given, the bearing is 238, 236 from C to his house H, means H to this C, this would be 238. Okay, so let me mark the bearing. Okay, so As we all know, this straight line is from 0 to 180. So this straight line is 180. So in 180 degree, what we add? So if I extend this line, so this line is 180 degree, right? So what is 236 subtract 180 degree? 236 minus 180, this would be 56 degrees. Okay, so in 180 we have to add 56. So this whole length is 180. So let me add 56 degrees. The 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55 and 56 is over here. So this is the bearing, we can say. Now let me find out, this here is a position of his house H, because this is a whole bearing of 236. In 180 add 56, we will get 236, and the length should be 7.2 centimeter. Okay, in centimeters, this is in centimeters. Okay, this is 7, you can see 7.2 we have to mark. Okay, so this is from 0 till this point. This is 0, this is 5, 6, 7 and this is 7.2. You guys can see clearly. Here is a position of his house H, and this is the whole bearing is 236 degrees, and this length is 7.2 centimeters. All right, now for part B, a restaurant R has a bearing, or is on the bearing of 83 degree from C. Number 1, work out the bearing of C from R. Okay, the restaurant R is on the bearing of 83 from C. So from C to some R, the restaurant, their bearing is 83 degrees. Okay, let me mark that bearing. C to some R, where is the bearing of 83? This is 80. You can see when we move 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and here we have 83. Here is the restaurant R. But the distance is not mentioned, so we are not dealing with the distance here. Okay, so this from the C to this R, this bearing is 83 degrees. The bearing, a restaurant R is on the bearing of 83 from C. Okay, now we have to work out the bearing of C from R. The bearing of C from R. Okay, from R, it means we have to draw the north line at R. This is the north line of R, right? And we have to find from R to this C, because this line represents the C. All right. Okay, student, apologies. I forgot to record that part of question number 7. I solved it, but when I checked, my camera was switched off. So I'm going to explain you now that to get the bearing from the north line to this C, this straight line we know is 180. In 180 we have to add something to get this bearing. So as we know, these two are the parallel lines, so this angle and this angle are same. Why? Because they are alternate angles. This is 83, we have already done, which is already given in part B. So this angle is also 83. So in 180, if we add 83, so you guys can see this is equals to 263, and that is the bearing of C from R. And this part is also unrecorded, so let me explain you. Number 2, the distance each kilometer from R to C is 5 kilometer, correct to the nearest kilometer. So I told you many times, whenever we have correct to the nearest, so we have to find the upper bound and the lower bound by adding and subtracting something, right? So it is in kilometer and this is in kilometer, so no need to change the units, right? It's 1 kilometer. So whatever quantity we have over here, we have to divide that number by 2. So if it is 1 kilometer, we have to divide it by 2, which is 0.5. So in 5 we add 0.5 and subtract 0.5 to get the maximum and the minimum, the lower and the upper bound. Right. Now for C, a model of the castle is made. On the model, the length of one of the castle wall is 5 centimeter. The actual length of the wall is 90 meters. Now centimeters and meters. Okay, the conversion use 1 meter has 100 centimeters. What about 90 meters? 90 meters has 9,000 centimeters. All right. Okay, now find the scale of the model in the form 1:n. Okay, so 90 meter is 9,000 centimeters. So on the model, the length of the length of one wall of the castle is 5 centimeter, and the actual length of that wall is 9,000 centimeter. So make a ratio of 5 and 9,000. 5 centimeter and 9,000 centimeters, same units. You can cancel out the units, but this side of the ratio is 1. Make it 1 by dividing both sides by 5. So the other side is 1,800. Okay, moving to part D. The castle has 2 kitchens in a rectangular with rectangular floors. So these are the rectangular floors. The rectangle ABC, this rectangle is mathematically similar to EFGH. Calculate for x. Okay, as we know, when two shapes are mathematically similar, the ratios of their corresponding sides are equal, right? So the ratio of this side x and the ratio of this side 8.4, this would be equals to the ratio of the side 9.2 equals to 5.6. So keep this in mind. If you are taking the bigger shape into the numerator over the smaller shape, then the other fraction also should be bigger over smaller, not smaller over bigger. So most of the student did this mistake many times, so they will not get the correct answers. Now what we're going to do, we have to cross multiply. 8.4 shift on the other side by multiplying. It's dividing on the left side of equality. When it's moved to the right side of the equality, it becomes multiplied. So just simplify by using calculator, you will get 13.8, right? Now part E, the castle has a cylindrical tower. Okay, the tower is cylindrical, its shape is given. The tower has a radius and the height. So we have given the radius of the cylinder and the height of the cylinder. Calculate the curved surface area of the tower. The tower is basically a cylinder. So we have to find the curved surface area of a cylinder. Okay, and we have to give the units, right? So we know the formula that the curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi RH. 2 pi, radius is 2.4 meters, height is 25 meters. Meters into meters, this would be meter square. So that is the answer after multiplying all these. Now the question number 8, again the same thing. I forgot to record it, but I solved. So the table shows some values for this function. It's a quadratic function. Complete the table. Then x is -3, -2, 0, 1 and 3. Just plug these values into the calculator and you will get the corresponding y values. Let me show you for one value. Let's say x is -3. So you can do this x square, -3 square minus the x value -3 minus 3. So this is the equation. It's 9 when x is -2. So replace just x with -2, this with -2. You will get the next one 3 and so on. Okay, now on the grid draw the graph. So just plug the values and get the graph. When x is -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you will get a parabola, right? So as you guys can see on the graph, the lowest point is the vertex point. You can see this value is x is 0 and this value x is 1. So the lowest point should be in the middle of 0 and 1, which is 0.5. And the y coordinate is below -3. So let's say that's y coordinate is somewhere k. And what is the value of k? Okay, the k value is below -3. So we can say and more than 4, you can say 3.246. Okay, between 3.6 and between 3, negative and negative, not equality at 3 here. Why? Because it's not equals to, between -3 and -3.6 there must be a y coordinate of the vertex or the lowest point. Right, now for part D, use your graph to solve this equation. X square minus x minus y equals to 7 means y equals to 7. So let me draw the line y equals to 7. You have a curve, draw the line y equals to 7 and solving for the x. And here I got the x value and I here got the x value. Okay, I got two values for x. The first value is 2.246, 2.6, -2.6. It might be different in your graph. It will fluctuate, it doesn't matter. 3.2, 4 and 6 or 3.6. It can be -2.7, -3.6. So it might be different according to your curve, right? So that was the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.